Hello and welcome back to the Grand Glacier, which is not named the Glacier Valley, even though it is a valley with a glacier. It is actually called different. I don't know where I got the Glacier Valley thing from, but it is actually called Grand Glacier. I know. Anyway, yeah, so here we are. Looking at our latest addition to the park, you know, this very nice coaster over here, as well as these go-kart tracks. Both of them, I think, are excellently done, you know, expert rides for those who know how to build them. Look at this, man. I think that this is just a really neat track, you know, lots of curves, ups and downs, straights in there as well, so you can really pick up speed. Yeah, I think it's good. Now, last time we built this, but if we take a look at the ratings, yeah, yeah, I guess that, you know, what I think is pretty obvious from the sounds that I make when I look at the ratings, right? So I think we should change that. Now, last time we also did a pricing check already, so what we need to do, really, is check if anything is destroyed. And last time we did it in the opposite view. So we'll just rotate it once, see if we can find anything. Does not seem to be the case, so we'll take a look at it from a different angle, but I don't think it will change much, if at all. Nope. Everything's good, everything's hunky-dory. Nice! Well, I like that. So yeah, what are we gonna do next? Well, first of all, you know, because I think this should be part of our tradition as well. Let's take a look at what you, the viewer, has done, or more specifically, Medero and Brad Baker. And oh, look at this. Azivigu actually left the park. You know what? That makes room for another one of you who's going to enter. Guest 1221. You are rich. You like not intensive rides, or intense rides, and you have an average nausea tolerance. You guessed you will be, well, I have a list over here. It's just all gonna be random, so you can ask for being in the park all you want. But I'm not gonna remember who asks, and it's just gonna be random picks. But what I'm gonna do, and this time hopefully I type it right in one go, we're gonna have Ultimate Stardust 777. Yeah, welcome to the Grand Glacier, Ultimate Stardust 777, there you go, right, you are in the park. Hopefully you will spend all your money and stay long in the park, just the way how I want to see it. Now, speaking about spending money, I think we should add a second coaster to this, this one over here. Should not be too difficult to hook up, seeing how we have room over here. However, building it might not be that easy. So, first of all, I think what we should do is get ourselves an access point into the underground, which should be not like that. Great, already I'm wasting money. We are gonna go with the same type of coaster, just build alongside it to amp up the ratings. It's not really there to make it any better or anything. It's just there to amp up the ratings. Now, we do need to be careful over here, as I believe we need to be one further back to be able to hook this up to anywhere. Yes, alright, this is what we're gonna be running with, at least, oh, I guess what we need to do is actually lower this, just so that we can have the entrance be there. This just looks so ridiculous. It really does look ridiculous. I mean, there's like this snow globe sticking out of the ground. I don't know, man, but I think that's, you know, to say the least. Right, so I guess, yeah, the start will be the same for this one. And then I guess we'll have to pull off the same trick, though having said that, we kind of can't because of the water slide right over there. So I guess what we should try and do... No, okay, so that won't work either. So that's a bit of a shame, but this, in theory, should work. Alright. Let's see. How does it fare over there? Well, at least I know that we'll be able to actually wiggle through our balls. Game, why are you making this so difficult for me? That's actually really annoying. I guess what we should do is just have this go not one further down, but we should actually have that lift. Now we run into the exit there, or the entrance. Alright, fine. We'll have to deal with it this way. We're gonna have to come up with a different trick, which I think we should be able to do so long as we stay on height. Wow. This ain't, the game ain't making it easy for us either here. Right. I guess this is the only way that we can go with this. No. No, this is definitely not the only way that we can go with this. I mean, currently what we're doing, all we're doing is just trying to get something to work here. Right, so we actually need to go one straight even. And then... bloody... Alright. Before I start wasting loads and loads of time here, let's take a look at what we have and what we can do. I think rather than going over here, we're gonna go over here, go up a little bit more, and then just go up here. I think that should be the way of this coaster. And then we'll have it develop a little bit more around the backside, and just have it come over once more. Yeah, okay. So now that we know what we're gonna do with this, developing it should be a lot more easy. Or a lot easier. Hey, I can speak English, me. Alright, let's see. Now, game, do you want to work with me on this new plan that I just developed? Or are you gonna say, nah, screw your plans, I know better? Which obviously is not true, but... all the trees I just placed, right? What about those? Yeah, what about those trees? I am instantly already regretting all the trees I placed here. Oh, come on. Come on! Really? Leave my coaster be, right? We're also not really gonna build it that high. We might as well just keep it a little bit lower. This way, we can actually... get this to do cool stuff. Cool stuff in the sense of like this. Look, now the go-karts are actually racing through a wooden curtain, which I think is pretty cool, but you know, opinions might vary. Anyway, let's go down here, which will mean going straight into the underground. Ah, that's alright. I love the underground. There. And then let's just change the view a little bit. You know what? There. Why don't we do something like this, right? I mean, we're coming from height 26. I feel we could go up just a little. I don't think that's too bad. Like maybe 2 heights. Like this. Yeah, that seems about right to me. And then maybe... oh, you know what we could do? Something like this, and then have it go down once more into the underground. And then I think what we should try and do, let's just plan this out a little bit more. I think what we should try and do is just swirl this over to this side ASAP and have it visit here and then go down even further and return to the station. So basically, if we zoom out, what I want to do is here, here, back to the station. That's the plan, at least. Let's see what we can make of it. Lots of it will be underground, though. I'm not even actually really sure how this coaster reacts to being underground, you know? I mean, some coasters handle that really, really well. Others are like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna shit on your ratings right now. I don't know how this one will be, you know, in that regard, but alright. We are at height 15 right now, though. That's not the height that we want to be at. Let's lower it one more. Then we're at height 14, which is even worse. We need to be at height 12. That is where we want to be at. Our speed will be ludicrous right now as well. Now let's see. How does this go? Where do we even end up over here? I mean, I can't even see my building tile at the moment. Oh, so we're actually... Ah, right. We are over here then, huh? Well, I guess this is cool. If we can swing this. Yeah, definitely. We can swing this. Tree in the way, huh? Who would have guessed? Right, we'll lower everything. I don't like making these things that, you know, are like standing out of the terrain, you know, these tiny corner pieces like this. I don't like that. I like to keep our mountain intact for whatever we decide to do with it. Ideally though, what I'd be doing is... Ooh, oh yeah, I know something cool that we could be doing. Let's see if we can pull this one off here. It says we can pull it off. Nice, 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 nice. Look, and then we'll go like this. Oh, we can't. That means that we have to go straight one further. It's a little bit with the tracks like above the path. That's not ideal, but this is kind of like the way I envision this. So yeah. And then I guess something like that. Yes, very good. Then you know what? Now is the time that we would need to go into the underground. So we might as well get on with that like straight away. Oh man, do I? Hold on. Yeah, no. I said it. I don't like those pieces, so I'll stick. I'll stay true to the word. Now, as it stands currently, we are below our station's height. I am well aware of this, but I figure that isn't a bad thing, so long as we just get back to the station proper. Now, for that to happen, I guess we would need to lift it up. And then actually drop it down one. And guess what? Guess what we got going right over here. Ta-da! It is actually hooked up. I am very, very, very curious to see what the ratings are. And we will know that in a moment. But first, I have to worry myself with how on earth we are ever going to get this one to connect to any place useful. Oh, wow. Well, I guess for starters, we want this to go down to also height 7, but not like that. And then what we can do is... Oh. Well, I guess what we cannot do is that. Alright. Well, that's not alright, but I guess we're just gonna have to make do with this. That does work out though, so we're more than happy that already we got something going. I mean, you know, with a park like this, anything that we can sort out here is just, well, profit. Let's see. Does that hook it up? Can't even tell. It certainly doesn't seem to hook anything up there. That does though, so... Nice, nice, nice. It hooks everything up. What a nice moment over here. Now I guess what we do want is a second handy dude here. And I guess we should give him like this area. And I guess we also want a fixed mechanic over here. And I guess we should give him like this area. I guess that will trap him. It definitely does. Nice. Alright. Well, there we have it. Our coaster is finished. And it should have also finished the test ride. What? How is this too extreme? Where does that happen? Let me see here. Alright. It's not the vertical G's. It must be the lateral G's. Alright. I might kind of see how this might be too intense over here. It's happening right here. This might not have been the cleverest of moves, this curve here, let me tell you that. But we can change this, of course. And we will. I mean, I guess in a way we could do it like this. There. I mean, that's a lot better, right? At least I hope. Right, so we got it sorted. Whilst it's test running, we might as well give this a name. And I feel like we should give this the name. Oh wow, lots of people are actually leaving the park right now. That's no good. There is also people coming in though. Wow, there's loads of them coming in. I think what we should call this is hypothermia. Oh yeah. Hypothermia, man. That's a really cool name for a park that has, you know, that is in a glacier. I think that's excellent. We shall charge $5 for this one too. And this should really start adding to our profits really soon. So, of course it does need to finish the test ride. Hopefully it's not too intense. How are the lateral G's doing? Definitely they're looking a lot better. They're all well below the 3. Which I think is like the main marker for anything. So, right. And then it's returning to the station. Okay, so I guess all we need to do over here is give this a proper paint job. Let's get that sorted. A paint job for this ride, Hypothermia. I kind of want the colors of its neighbor, but that's not gonna happen. No, the colors of the neighbor are not an option. However, we could go with the darker blue theme. And then have this be like really light. If I change the white around here. The white apparently is always grey. It almost seems like the yellow is actually brighter than the white. Which, you know, normally should definitely not be the case. Alright. Also, we haven't checked on the Dervish Derby. What is the queue time? Oh, that's bad. We need an entertainer here. Most definitely. Do we have a special snow costume? Yeah, we actually do. We have the walking snowman costume. You will only patrol in the queue there. And actually, I think it's safe to have you only patrol the last end here, as the guests over here won't be waiting for that long. Yeah, clever me. Now we also have gotten a few shops and stalls that we previously did not have, I believe. Let's see. Oh wow, ultimate starters. You're on the thermometer. You're on the global warming pleasure. A hat stall. Jet skis. Ooh, jet skis is nice. Yeah, jet skis is nice. But we also got the hat stall. Let's get that one too. We have a balloon shop over there. Let's put the hat stall right there. And we will give this an icy white color. That's good. For the time being though, I don't think we should place another one. We'll wait with that. But yeah, jet skis. Definitely we are going to have a jet skis. The question is where? I mean, the rowing attraction here is kind of like, well, best placed, and I don't really see, like, over here is not an option. Right, hold on, no, I was pressing all the wrong buttons. The jet skis. I guess the only option we really have is to place it, and I need to kind of like see them tiles. So we need like 1, 2, 3 out. Really? Unless we play this clever and we actually build this over here adjacent. Yeah, I think that's actually the better option. Is this the better option? I don't know, man. This looks so bugged. Maybe this is not the best option. Maybe, you know. I don't know what I'm basing that maybe on, but maybe this is not the ultimate best option. Just saying. Ah well, we'll just run with it, you know. We're not gonna hold off just because we have some weird glitches, even though if we were doing it for the looks only, definitely would we not do this. Now what we could do, of course, and I think that is what I'm going to do as well, is remove that for starters. Now what we can do, and what I should probably do, is... Oh, you know what? Our test ride over here will be finished by now. Look at that, 7.68. That's a lot better. And that is 7.25. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now that the hypothermia and the melt flake are both open, let's see, how long are these rides? 52 seconds. 1 minute and 37 seconds there. So we just built a hell of a lot longer ride over here. I'm cool with that. I mean, I don't mind, but it's kind of, well, you know, I was like, oh wow. Now, what we should do, we should definitely decrease this to 20 seconds. Same over here. Decrease this to 20 seconds as well. Like so, and then BAM! BAM! I expect a huge influx of guests to come once again. Now, back to this ride, huh? Cause yeah, about the jet skis. Well, about the pricing at you know, to start. No to the $1. Yes to the $5. Then no to the 30 minutes. Yes to the 1 minute inspection time. But also, I think that it's not really that bad if we... Oh wow. Huh. Okay, I think this is actually pretty cool. I think what we have over here is kind of like this covered exit path, you know, there's like a glass hallway. Of course, you'll have to imagine like futuristic doors over here, you know, that like slide open on air powered and like... You know, like that. Oh, that totally makes no sense at all. Alright, well, anyway, that is what we're gonna run with. We will make it blue. Different colors per boat, all in the same colors, but we will have these be black with a touch of yellow. I don't even see the yellow in these jet skis, but that's cool. We can only have boat hire mode and only jet skis. So I guess if we open it, it's fine. Now, we are going to call this the Wave Braver. You know, braving the waves. The Wave Brave, no. Oh, crap. The Wave Braver. There. With an R, so I don't forget. Oh, okay. We don't need music on that one either. Now what I'm really curious to is how the ratings of this will be affected after we have turned on the synchronize option. So we'll just wait for that, you know, see how good these ratings really are. Oh, look at that, and that's a 6 in the ratings. That is really solid. Also, eggheads, what are you... Oh, we got an exotic seafood stall thing coming up, where we apparently need drinks. Right alongside it. Oh, and Brad Baker, you're leaving the park. No, buddy. I believe that... no. This over here is you. It's Brad Baker. You're not happy. What has happened? I want to go home. This park's real clean and tidy. Favorite ride? The Red Yeti. Time in the park? 1 hour and 13 minutes. You've been on 12 rides. What's happening? Why are you not happy? You got a map? You got energy? You're not really that thirsty. Do we need more drink stalls? I thought we had plenty actually. Does a coffee shop not count? I mean, it should. You know what? We have one over here. We also have one there. I'm gonna place an extra coffee shop. Like right over there. It might be a little bit over the top, but I don't know. Maybe that is just what we need to keep the guests in this park, actually. Anyway, yeah, of course, this also definitely needs to happen. Don't think I'd forgotten that. No, of course, that needs to happen. Same for over here. You're not gonna mow the grass, of course. Of course, you are not going to mow the grass. You will keep that clean. Wow, have I forgotten for you to set you to not mow the grass? It seems so, though. Theoretically speaking, he should only be trapped in the underground, but I have known handy dudes to kind of teleport around whenever they want, so... Wow, and look at this. Look at the mess and the chaos that we have created over here. Now, as it stands currently, let's take a look at how we are going to advance from here on. I want, like, another pair of coasters over here. I think we should go with the wooden ones, but we definitely don't have the money for them. Nor do we really have the money for one of these. So, though, having said that, there is like space for... I mean, this over here could definitely be used for like a mouse coaster setup. Then over here we could have a really nice wooden coaster setup with, you know, there's quite a few hilltops over here. And then here a mine train one if we really, if we get to it. Yeah. It's just that, what are our finances like? We are reaching the 7,000 on this one. It's a bit ballsy, but we could try for this mouse coaster. Honestly though, I feel like we shouldn't do that yet. Instead, what I think that might actually help with us getting guests in the park, and you might think like, really? Would that help? Would it really? And I think yes, is placing these. Guests love these kind of things, you know? I think we might be luring guests into the park by placing a few of these. They're not cheap, so we're not really making money with this. Well, I guess we are actually. I mean, I'm looking at our cash and I see it going up. So, but these of course don't generate any money is what I'm about. Well, what I was to say. However, I do think that the guests will like them enough that, you know, they will get like these positive thoughts about, yeah, we like the snowball thingy stuff that you got going here. We come to the park. I hope at least that's how the pixels think. Maybe it's graphic card dependent, you know, how the guests behave. Well, that would be odd though. I know there's some old games, you know, where with the man, look at them go with them snowballs. No, but I know there's some old games that were like CPU speed dependent, you know, where the more time it has to calculate stuff, the different, you know, you would get a different outcome. Right. Well, that's looking rather good. And let's change the view back to normal. So, the real question that we have to ask ourselves right now is, are we gonna try the coaster? Or are we gonna expand more over here? Now, the problem with expanding more over here is that if we do this, after that, there is no more expanding. So then it's coasters only. The thing is though, if we expand here, we could push our finances over to that point where we can build any coaster we want. The problem is, we're gonna get an influx of guests by building this, which will then we will then only be able to get by building more coasters. And if we fail a coaster, which is unlikely, I'm tapping myself on the back here, but it is, that could happen. We could fail a coaster, like, that one sharp curve that we had in this one, that was a little bit, But if it does happen, we will not attract the guests. Whilst right now, we kind of like have this, okay, we need guests, let's slam down rides, they will come en masse to the park, as kind of like this last ditch effort thing that we got, as like an ace up our sleeves, if the scenario is starting to look grim. But it doesn't look grim, as we only need 450 more guests in the park, and we are on the 20th of July. I think it is actually feasible that we only need like 100 guests for the whole of the third year. So, but yeah, we're not in the third year. Although, we might be next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.